modeling is about building the capacity of young people. In Simon, we simulate, just like how we have the United Nations General Assembly. Every year we have the president and delegation to United Nations, and they discuss on this. So over the years, Sierra Leone is just coming up. For Ghana, Ghana have celebrated over 10 years of modeling United Nations, and Nigeria also have celebrated over 4 years. So Sierra Leone, we are just coming up with this initiative. Just what happened at United Nations is what we are doing here in Sierra Leone. We have the standing orders, we have the standing principles, we have to do research, we have to know about countries. There are some countries in the world that people doesn't know that they exist. We give people, like for instance, my brother here is part of want to attend Simon. We say now you are representing, let me say you are representing Thailand. You have to know everything about Thailand. Or let's say you are representing Ethiopia. You have to know from the political structure, the economic, the development of Ethiopia, everything about Ethiopia, their organogram. So at coming to MUN, you are representing Ethiopia. So everything that comes around Ethiopia is what you are going to discuss on. So you are the representative of Ethiopia. In this process, we give young people the platform to know about other countries. We never know about Kazakhstan. We never know about these other countries that are out there that are part of the United Nations, but we don't know them. So give you that platform. Let's say we are discussing on the child policy, or let's say we are discussing the United Nations Convention right of the child. So Ethiopia has domesticated that, while Israel domesticated the Chariot Act. So you come in, you discuss on this. So representing Ethiopia and that country.
Mr. Bayi, I see you are in your Black Tuesday polo, and I notice also you are a promoter of the Black Tuesday movement. Why do you decide to join the Black Tuesday movement in the first place, given the fact that you're a man and all of the people who are in the Black Tuesday movement are women and ladies? So why do you decide to join them?
First of all, I could say I'm a feminist, and I developed my passion for working for women and girls during my days at Children for Network, serving as the National Vice President, and also where I serve as the National President for Children for Network. So working with Asma James Foundation, the founder of Asia Foundation, Asma James, that intrigued me to become more passionate about the right of women and girls. So last year, December 4th, today is our 1 year anniversary. We marched on the street of Freetown where we led the campaign. I cannot say individually I led the campaign, but I was a strong leader where we raised the campaign against the Black Tuesday movement. So the Black Tuesday movement came after the 12-year-old girl was sexually penetrated through her anus, which some of us think that it is undone, it is unethical, and it is not human right. So this came up during the discussion of Asma James. So we decided to have this Black Tuesday movement where we have different organizations coming on board to promote issues affecting women. So in 1 year now, we are able to visit over 6 districts across Sierra Leone, ranging from Kenema, Bo, Bont, Mile 91, and Moyamba. So we have gone as far as we are able to target over 80,000 young people, community stakeholders, people across the country, to raise awareness against these issues affecting women.
I was unable to attend the program yesterday due to some reasons, but I was in my black to show solidarity to the victims, because I think this has to stop. It has to stop.
It has to stop now.
Now or never.
Yeah, so that's right. We push during December. We are one of the organizations that push for the proclamation of the president to end rape, and also push for the rectification of the sexual offences bill that has been passed in parliament. Now it is a law that when rape is left imprisonment. So we are more focused in the advocacy area, and also providing a platform for girls that have been sexually abused, and also continue calling on government to put mechanisms in place, because there is so many increase since the president. Even yesterday we having so many statistics, over 2,000, over 3,000. We having the death of AIG at our midst. So in celebrating this, so we are still standing tall when it comes to violation of human rights, and this is the 16 days activism we are on. So today I decided to put on this because today is our 1 year anniversary, and we have done a lot. We have in international and national recognition. It's not what we are fighting for, but it's what we are pushing towards. Donor partners having money, so we are thankful also to propose for us and provide a platform for us to reach
Mr. Bayi, continue
people.
to stay with me. Mr. Imam, you have been silent for a while. Now tell us any success story as God Spring Foundation. How do you have any success story so far?
Well, as of now, we haven't got any success story yet because we are a young organization or foundation, to be precise, coming up. And we are planning to hold our first event, which is in this month, the 9th of this month, which is next week, Monday. And I hope by the grace of God, we shall carry on our due processes that we've already started in order to propagate what we stand for.
Tell me, what are some of your future plans as a foundation? Do you have any future plans, and how do you plan to go about those future plans?
Well, having the consideration that we are penetrating more usually on the goals like as ending sexual abuse, as my brother here is trying to say, I think it's one of the great things that is impacting the future of the world. The sexual harassment about girls these days is like it's getting out of hand, and it's our voice we need to put in it, like joining other foundation and organization in order to end this. We are focusing also on youth empowerment, child rights, early marriage, and all that. And as the question you asked just now, how we plan or how we intend to carry on those. Yes. Okay, like Tony Robbins once said, like, if you have a dream without a plan, it's just a wish. So we have our plans, we have a strategy in order to focus on these goals that we've set for ourselves and able to accomplish them.
We'll get to the part where we will discuss about your program next week, Monday, the time and the date. But I want to know, why do you think of having such programs to go out to inspire people to share the word of God to them? Why do you choose to do such programs as an organization?
Well, I think first of all, it's a mandate in the Bible given to us by our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. As we all know, it's a Christian organization or foundation, and I think it's one of the key goals that Christ left behind for us to propagate, that we should all go to the ends of the earth and preach the good news of the gospel and inspire those who are in weary wonders to save them from their captivity and give them a privilege to able to thrive in the environment and in the community they are involved in.
When we talk about organizations, people think people just come together and create organizations just in the name of money making. And my viewers and my listeners and myself may want to know, how strong are your team as GSF? Do you have team members that are very committed to what you do, like sharing the gospel of Christ, as you mentioned, and inspiring people and all? How strong are your team as GSF?
Well, in order to move on with a foundation or an organization to make it more stronger, I think each team member must have the same mindset or goal about aspiring such a cause. Well, I think we have a very strong team members who are agile, and they are strong in carrying such passion. I think it's been their own view and their passion since coming up, and I think now it's the time for us to establish what we've been thinking of.
Alright, continue to stay with us. He is Emmanuel Cabo, a representative from God's Spring Foundation, and I also have me Mohamed Bari, the Director of Communications and Outreach at Sierra Leone International Model United Nations. You can also be part of the conversation. Follow us on our Facebook page at FTN News, or to SMS to +232 906 904. We go for a short break. When we come back, we continue the conversation.
You know they?
No.
When you tell me I go join this Advocacy couple, for what I download this thing, and I won't be able to get access to my account. And I want to know so. Now we can.
Okay, so now this one is really simple. You don't go to the bank?
No.
Okay. Now go to the bank, let them update your account. Make sure say your telephone number they all know, because now the telephone number go make you get access to you go Kelsim couple.
Okay.
Where you they go? Make sure say you carry your bank ID card, and also the mobile phone where you they use, because now there we go download the app for you. Okay, so now you will not get account with me. What you need to wait for? Go on any of we branch and open account so you self go enjoy the Rokel SIM couple.
Rokel Commercial Bank will make life better for we all. thirsty. Me throat dry, I'm thirsty. Sierra, Sierra. Where they happy with the ginger. Sierra has a natural new flavor, and it's called ginger juice. It's so amazing, so refreshing. Sierra has a natural new flavor, and it's called ginger juice. Gonna give you stamina. Oh, what a feeling.
Hey, who got the juice?
We got the juice.
Tell me who got the juice.
Sierra got the juice.
Hey, who got the juice?
Hey, we got the juice.
Tell me who got the juice.
Sierra got the juice.
That ginger juice, that ginger. Give me that ginger juice, that ginger. That ginger juice, that ginger. I wanna be in the mood.
Thirsty, thirsty. Me throat dry, I'm thirsty. Sierra, really happy with the ginger. Sierra juice, the taste of Salome.
The views.
Corruption do so.
The Views comes up every weekday on the Freetown Television Network and at 12 p.m. Several pertinent issues could be discussed by professional heads, policymakers, plus the assessments of members of the public. Tune in every day, Monday to Friday, as we discuss politics, governance, business, and all other pressing issues. The Views. Welcome back. You are still watching The Views here on Freetown Television Network on Channel 35 and of course on Radio 90.5. You can also be part of the conversation. Follow us on our Facebook page at FTN News or through SMS to +232 906 904. With me in the studios I have Mohamed Bari. He is the Director of Communications and Outreach at the Sierra Leone International Model, United Nations. And I also have with me Emmanuel Cabo, representative from God Spring Foundation. Mr. Barry, over to you. Initially, we were talking about the increment of rape victims ever since the president passed the law. Why do you think there is an increment of rape in the country?
I don't have a personal view. What I think is lacking is the structures and the principles that have been put in place, and people are still giving deaf ears to the advocacy that some of us are raising. So I think we need to start setting example. Now the president have said life imprisonment for rape, and mind you, for 2019 we just have only one case that has been sent to High Court, that the person who is charged to represent the police after all the process has been sent to court has just represented just once according to statistic. So I think we need to set example. If we set example and we will see how best this thing can minimize. If we have to put laws there, let's take drastic action in order to protect this law. And some of the things that is affecting is the procedures. The system is very slow towards sending people behind bars. You can sometimes the family try to negotiate these issues at home. You see someone come and report after 1 week, you say no, maybe come back again, and all of the kids, they say in a family business, so settle at home. So the settlement problem is another challenges we are facing as an organization. Although we have people that are coming out to speak, we have people that are coming out to discuss on these issues, we have victims coming out to speak on this, and mind you, we are putting mechanisms in place to start calling names of people that are victimizing these young people, these children and girls, and we are not going to stop. Although the system is slow, but we believe that there's going to be a room for improvement, and we are working towards that.
Mohamed, I believe if you join an organization,
Yeah.
there must be an impact.
Yeah.
The organization must create an impact in your life.
Yeah.
So what has been the impact of you joining the Sierra Leone International Model United Nations?
The Sierra Leone International Model United Nations has given me the platform. Recently, through the Simon and also the Chinese embassy, I was able to represent Sierra Leone and the organization in China, wherein we discuss on global issues. So some of the impact this have created, it has given me the platform to discuss national and international politics, discuss global economy challenge, and also discuss environmental challenges facing the world. So some of the opportunities is that I'm able to develop more my passion for international relation, and able to discuss on issues affecting the country. So personally, I've built myself before ever going to Simon. I was one of the active members in the past 2 years in the Children Forum Network, where we stand out on issues affecting girls, especially when the former minister violated children's rights. We came out publicly and we condemned, so that in the future another minister cannot do such. So personally, I know Simon has created a lot to me, but I also believe that I've given a lot to Simon, because engaging other young people on the importance of Simon, why they should start modeling international, why they should focus on international development, global policies, and this. I think it's a win-win situation. Give it to Simon and Simon give it to me also.
And what do you think, or what is the age limit for people who want to join the organization, the modeling agency?
Presently, we are not requesting more for people to join in. Presently, we have an administration which is running, and we have age limit, especially when we are implementing our programs. We target high school students.
So you mean there is no age limit as in 18 years and above?
No. The organization is a youth-led organization, and when we say youth, is according to youth policy is 15 to 35. According to youth policy, according to Child Rights Act, they say a child is between 18 to 35. Sorry, 18 years below a child. So what we're discussing here is we don't have anyone in our organization who is below 18 years. All of us are over 18 years. But one thing we do when we come to implementation of our programs, we target children below the age of 18, because we are seeing that UNICEF is doing a very great job, and UNICEF is part of the United Nations. So we are trying to say best to work with UNICEF in order to target young people, to build them from the initial start as young girls, young boys, to start building their interest in diplomacy and international relations or international issues. So we are not leaving any child behind or leaving any young person behind when it comes to implementation. But presently, the Simon is an administration, although it's an NGO, but we are not recruiting individuals, and we don't have that platform for young people to come and discuss. It's not that youth organization meeting every Sunday or Tuesday to discuss. Sometimes we meet every month to discuss on this, on how to do our activities.
All right, continue to tell me. You have to tell me first of all where you get funds and how, but just continue to tell me in the studios. Over to you, Emmanuel Cabo. A Christian organization, yes, God's Spring Foundation, and you're dealing with youth, women, and girls. What are some of your expectations from people? You have your own plans, you have your own goals, but what do you expect from people at the end of the day when you go out to inspire them, to talk to them, and to share the gospel of Christ to them?
Well, I think people should give us the accepted mind, because you being the propagator of the word, or you being someone who will serve as a platform to those people, I think if they give you an open heart, it will be easy for you to carry on your views and to implement your activities for them to accept Christ and build an enabling society for them to thrive in.
I normally ask people when it comes to organization issues that it's not easy to run an organization. We have seen organizations who have come and gone. How do you get funds? Having an organization, it needs fund. It needs a lot of funding. So how do you get funds as an organization?
Well, as of now, that is one of our greatest challenges. Being young people, just university going students, and some of us are not working, our parents are providing for us. But as of now, we do monthly contributions by members of the organization and people out there that we usually write letter to. They usually support us in their own goodwills.
Okay, and someone will want to ask, you are a Christian organization, yes. What if someone who's not a Christian wants to be part of the organization? Is it allowed?
Yeah, I think it's allowed.
Okay, continue to tell me, Emmanuel Cabo. He's a representative from God's Spring Foundation. Of course, I have me, Mohamed Bari, the Director and Communications Officer at the Sierra Leone Model United Nations. I want to know, how do you get your funds, Mr. Bari, to run the Sierra Leone United Nations model?
You know, getting funds is a major challenge for organizations, especially in this part of the country.
I know, right?
So for this organization to be stable, we generate our fund through working with international organizations like the Chinese embassy, the USA embassy here in Freetown, because most of our activities on international level, and working working on the sustainable development goal. So also we raise funds through organizing programs, and also we raise our fund through talking to people that are very close to us, especially people in very different in top positions, contributing individually. So it's a challenge, but nevertheless we are working towards having an MOU with other institutions that will be helping us to implement our programs annually. And I know it's a challenge, trust me, it's a challenge to have organization and to request for money. But however, if this institution thought it fit that they need to support us based on our presentation, because normally when we request for fund, we present our working proposal, what we have been doing over the years, what we intend to do, and how far we can go. So some organization, they can look at it and say, okay, no, we can able to pour some finance on this, also say, okay, we can provide technical support. So that is how we have been generating our funds over the years.
Earlier you made mention of you traveling to China to attend to the 2019 seminar of economic globalization and all that. So when you have returned to Sierra Leone, what have you done to impact the lives of other youths that were unable to travel to China?
Two of us traveled to China to represent Sierra Leone on this conference and this seminar training, and through the Chinese embassy, and it is a very big kudos to them, and we appreciate their support. We came back, let me say, 2 days ago. So what we have done now is to see how we can call an emergency meeting through the organization. First of all, present what we discussed at the seminar to our organization, and also using this presentation to see how we can able to impart this to young people. So for now, we cannot say we have done something on our return, because we haven't taken a week. We just came 2 days back. What we are doing is to put structures in place. We cannot go to the people without having a clear set of what we want to discuss with the young people, because we discuss so many things: how to do business in China, the tradition of China, and also the economic challenges facing the world, how China was able to develop in less than 40 years, China that cannot even feed their population, able to bounce back and stand on its own, one of the leading countries in Asia, and also achieving the World Trade, the WHO, the World Trade Organization, one of its achievements, and also becoming the leading market in the world. So we learned so many things about this, and how can improve the economy in Sierra Leone. That's one of the major challenges when I asked the professor, how do you think African countries can able to improve their economy? So one of the things we discussed about is how to mobilize revenue, how to generate revenue collection, and also to diversify this revenue, because China took 20 years.
When it comes to youth, I normally tell people that Freetown is not Sierra Leone. We have youth in the provinces. So what are your plans for the youth in the provinces as well?
So what we are trying to do is to domesticate some of our activities. So we are not initially we organized MUN in Freetown, because we are expecting much people from across the world to be in Freetown. So sometimes we took this. We have never taken any program to a district, but coming to your question, we are trying to see how best we can do this, because the last time through the Black Tuesday movement, we were able to visit over seven districts, and we know the challenges affecting people there. So in building the capacity of young people in this district, we try to see how best we're able to put that in our agenda. So I believe that it is a gradual process, and we are just coming up in just 3 years now.
Mr. Boy, I want you to share with my viewers, my listeners, and myself the experiences you got from representing Sierra Leone in China.
It's great, and a whole day cannot be enough for me to explain what we saw and the development we saw in China, and what we think that Sierra Leone can do towards reaching that peak. But one thing I want viewers to know is, when I was in China, I saw the president appointment, the cabinet appointment, and we saw David Senge as the Minister of Primary and Secondary Education, and in less than 2 weeks he implemented the ITC in primary school. Personally, it is a big kudos to the minister for that initiative. You know, China developed through technology. Everything in China is technology. So everything, but one thing that is affecting Sierra Leone, they might say this is not the time not no. Let's start from somewhere. Even if the students don't have computers, let them start to do the theory. The practical will come later. So it's a very big blow for me personally to thank the president for appointing the Vicente into that sector, and also in putting ITC in primary school to secondary to tertiary. I think we are moving there, and development is not a one-day process. China took 40 years to be where they are today, and so we are just starting. So I believe that the ITC will be a very good impact to children. Let us start with the theory. We'll come to the practical later.
You know, I honestly enjoy you talking the ICT and all that. I just wish you impact the lives of other youths out there.
We'll try. Over the 4 years now, we know how many lives we have church, we know how many people we have improved.
I'm talking about you traveling to China, what you've seen, what you've heard, and all that.
So that is why we are putting our recommendation in place to present to the Minister of Finance and welcome to the economic challenges we have in the country, and also present to the Minister of Basic and Primary Education for his bold step in bringing the ITC. One of the key issue, one of the key transformation in China is technological area. So we think we need it now. Well, if you are going to be Israel, let be Israel after 20 years from now. We are not going to develop today. We are not going to develop. We know there are challenges. There are a lot of challenges, but development will not come a day. It's a gradual process. So let's start now. So what we have done is to put everything that we learned in China, all the network we are able to establish, so that we can present to people in key areas. And we are trying to bring this China Sierra Leone this collaboration we are in. We're able to organize program for people going to China to do business, so that we're able to connect them with people that can able to increase in their business sectors, teach them the traditional way engaged to the traditional welcome to China business, because in China you cannot present your car like this is my car, talk to me. No, you have to give it to respect, the people who collect it to respect. So these are all things that we learned in China to think we need to engage our business sector.
I think Emmanuel Kabo wants to say something about China and everything, because as a young person, Emmanuel, do you have something to say with regards Mohammed being representative from China and all this award and model thing? Do you think it's really a good initiative? And
I think it's a really good initiative, and I think it's impactful. But my advice to Mr. Mohammed is that you getting such ideas and you having such knowledge in China, I think it's high time for you to segregate it with those of your age mates down there, for them to be able to gain knowledge and ascendance into what you've learned.
Okay, Mr. Wai, continue to tell me. I have to come back to you maybe for your roundup statement. Yeah. Mr. Emmanuel Kabo, first of all, I want to know everything about the God Spring Foundation program that is coming up the next week Monday. You said next week Monday, the 9th of December. First of all, what's the theme of the program? I believe every program has its theme. So what's the theme for this program?
Well, the theme for this program is Catch Them Young.
And when I hear Catch Them Young, I want to ask, why such theme? Why do you choose Catch Them Young?
I believe in changing the narrative of a nation, a society, or a community. I think it usually starts with the young people. We want to impact them spiritually, physically, emotionally, and help them to become a better people in society.
Let's discuss about the speaker, the guest speaker. Do you have someone coming from outside the organization to be a guest speaker, or do you have a guest speaker within the organization itself?
Well, actually, since we are just coming up, we are a young foundation or organization to be precise. We are not having a speaker from outside. We are having the speaker from within us, who is a young, aspired Christian youth in the Farabe College. His name is Matthew Abubakar Bangura. He is a passionate Christian and a born-again Christian, and I think he will serve as the orator of that event.
I want to ask as well, for the benefit of myself and my viewers, given the fact that there are many primary schools around the country, why do you choose the primary school at Tree Planting to do such programs?
Well, having done a survey and research, I think Maranatha is one of the deprived schools in this municipality, and I think they are going through a lot of challenges, so I think it's a good start for us to start here.
Alright, continue to tell me. I'll come back to you, Mr. Mohammed Bari. First of all, I want you to tell me about Simon. Is that Simon?
Yeah.
Simon. Yes, tell me, Simon. If someone wants to be part of the organization, do you recruit them, or do they have to go through some amount of process, some strategies, and all?
So what we normally do in Simon to get our members is during our annual conference that we have called because as I said earlier, we have the Sierra Leone United Nations 2018, 2019, and 2020 is coming now. So for 2019, we have the best delegate, the overall best delegate, who traveled with me to China. She is a young and smart, intelligent lady. So she's part of the organization right now, and she is heading another department. So normally what we do is, after the conference, we look out for people who understand the standing orders, who articulate issues diplomatically, and also who participated on, because there's a set of targets you have to reach so that you're able to be part of MUN. And also we look at people that have experience. When you have the experience, you are smart, you provide the necessary procedures. Trust me, we will invite you to MUN. I will see our best with your knowledge and ideas to be able to transform other young people. So over the years, I was never part of MUN. I went to MUN as a delegate in 2018. After my participation, I was called upon to serve in to become a member. So after 6 months, I was appointed to serve as the director of communication and outreach. So that is how we recruit our people, our members, because most of our implementation is on the sustainable development goals, is building leadership of young people, and also is to discuss on global affairs or global issues. So
I wish I could see you modeling, honestly. I just wish I could see Mr. Barry modeling and be doing this thing. Anyways, what's your roundup statement, just in 2 seconds?
My roundup statement is to see how best we're able to transform Sierra Leone into a better place, not for us but for our future generation. And that is what we think we need to do now. The people that started developing the China vision are presently not alive. Their children is now enjoying the fruits of their labor. So I think in transforming is Sierra Leone, not for us. It's for those that are coming after us. So I believe with all these ideas and with the young people out there who are very focused and determined, we're able to come together and see how best we're able to provide our own ideas to the government, because the last government has done their own and this current government is also on the process. So it's a developmental process and it has challenges, but we will not relent. We will advise and also we will contribute to service.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Mohamed Bayi. He is the Director of Communications and Outreach at the Sierra Leone International Model United Nations. Emmanuel Cabo, in 2 seconds, what will be your roundup statement to viewers and listeners?
Well, my roundup statement is that since this event we shall be holding at Maranatha is a charitable work, we are calling on people who will like to support us and to keep this our vision and our dream alive. You will contact the number 088-631-941, 088-631-941 to get in contact with us in order to propagate what we are trying to assimilate.
Thank you very much. He is Emmanuel Cabo, a representative from God Spring Foundation. Well, this is where we're cutting down for today. The views on Freetown Television Network. I had with me Mohamed Bari, the Director of Communications and Outreach at the Sierra Leone International Model United Nations, and I also had Emmanuel Cabo, a representative from God Spring Foundation. Many thanks to my producer Alvian B. Sise, and to the man behind the camera, Peter, to the lady, I am so proud of her, to the lady in the control room, Francis Lamin, many thanks. Continue to vote FTN, follow us on our Facebook page at FTN News, or by email at freetowntv@gmail.com, or through SMS to +232 906 904. Until tomorrow, to a new edition of The Views, I have been Odrani Ambisano. Goodbye and thanks for watching.
The Views.
Corruption do so.
The Views comes up every weekday on the Freetown Television Network and at 12 p.m. Several pertinent issues could be discussed by professional heads, policymakers, plus the assessments of members.